Good evening, and it's great to have you with us on this busy Wednesday night. I'm Lindsay Davis in for David. We begin with that bombshell news on comedian Bill Cosby. Pennsylvania Supreme Court has overturned his sex assault conviction, and tonight he is a free man. Just hours after the court's ruling, Cosby coming before cameras outside of his home, celebrating his release after serving more than 2 years of a 3 to 10-year prison sentence. Cosby clearly elated to be back home. The man once known as America's Dad, last seen in public a little over 2 years ago after his conviction. Dozens of women came forward to accuse him, but he was convicted for assaulting just one, Andrea Constand. Cosby remained defiant, never acknowledging wrongdoing, passing up the opportunity for parole, refusing to participate in sex offender programs. Today, the High Court vacated his conviction, saying that he was a victim of a coercive bait and switch by prosecutors. ABC's Ariel Reshef leads us off with the dramatic turn of events.
Tonight, Bill Cosby, a free man, back home, released from a Pennsylvania prison just 12 days shy of his 84th birthday. Moments ago, the comedian speaking to Lindsay by phone.
And nobody had the sense to say, wait 1 second, this doesn't match up with the truth. This is not what I was taught in college. This is not what I was taught at home, etc., etc.
His 2018 sexual assault conviction overturned today by the Pennsylvania Supreme Court after an appeal. Justice's ruling he should not have been prosecuted because of a deal with former DA Bruce Castor that he would not be charged if he agreed to testify in a 2005 civil suit brought by accuser Andrea Constand. Their 79-page decision stating, in accordance with the advice of his attorneys, Cosby relied upon DA Castor's public announcement that he would not be prosecuted. But Castor's successor, Kevin Steele, used Cosby's testimony as a key piece of evidence more than a decade later to file criminal charges against the comedian. Cosby later convicted of drugging and sexually assaulting Constand. The court also barring further prosecution against Cosby in the Constand case. Felicia Rashad, who played Cosby's TV wife for more than a decade, and his longtime friend tweeting, "Finally, a terrible wrong has been righted, a miscarriage of justice corrected." While Cosby always maintained his innocence, he was dogged by accusations of drugging and sexual assault from dozens of women. Lindsay sat down with him in 2015 before the Pennsylvania prosecutor brought charges as he prepared to speak to students about the importance of education.
Are you concerned at all that, given the allegations, that may overshadow your message?
It's interesting. This is a situation that's unprecedented. My family, my friends, I have been in this business 52 years, and I've never seen anything like this. And reality is the situation, and I can't speak.
The news of his release today leaving many of his accusers stunned and angry.
I'm concerned that women will think that they shouldn't come forward. I can tell you, as somebody who did, it was challenging, it was scary. There were times when I was called horrible names for saying what I said about him.
And supermodel Beverly Johnson saying in a statement exclusive to ABC News, "Today is a reminder that the fight is far from over. We must continue to support and encourage women who have endured sexual trauma and abuse to come forward despite this outcome."
Ariel joins us now live from Elkins Park, where Bill Cosby is back at home tonight. Ariel, his accuser Andrea Constand has just released a statement with her lawyers. Tell us about their reaction.
Yeah, Andrea Constand and her legal team have called this decision disappointing and say it's of concern because it could discourage future victims of sexual assault from coming forward and seeking justice. Lindsay?
Ariel, thanks so much. And now let's bring in ABC News chief legal analyst Dan Abrams. And Dan, I want to read this quote from the DA, Kevin Steele. He said, "Cosby is free on a procedural issue that is irrelevant to the facts of the crime." Explain what that means and how this happened.
Yeah, the Supreme Court here made no judgment about the facts of the case, the underlying truth of what happened here. What they did say is that assurance made by the DA, the first DA, led Bill Cosby to answer questions in the civil case that he wouldn't have otherwise answered. He might have invoked his right against self-incrimination. New DA comes in, says, we want to use those statements, uses the statements, and the Pennsylvania Supreme Court ruled that the entirety of that was fundamentally unfair, so much so that they weren't going to just order a new trial. They were literally going to dismiss the charges and say that Bill Cosby cannot be retried again for these charges.
And many people are now wondering if this is the end of the road. Does this bar any future prosecution of Cosby?
It certainly bars any future prosecution with regard to these facts. And this was the last big case, meaning this is the one that came in right under the statute of limitations. So it seems that Bill Cosby will not be prosecuted criminally for any of these cases.
Dan Abrams, our thanks.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.